Mark Penn, who wrote a great column, and the House Freedom Caucus Chairman, Mark Meadows. Congressman Meadows, let's start with you. You have been all over this whole issue. Is it really true that the FBI, after 9 months of investigating, then they got in a little circle, and then they said, well, maybe the president's guilty of treason, but they never had a shred of evidence to bring them to that point?
Well, not a shred of evidence, really, when we look at this, Sean. It's even worse than that. They weaponized the FBI to go after this president. They got together after James Comey was fired. They figured out what they could do to make his life miserable and to continue it on. And it's even worse than that. They tried to embed their bias within the Mueller investigation going forward. And, I've been in these interviews. You continue to see it. I can tell you there is no collusion. And to suggest that the president is a Russian spy, there was plenty of spying going on, and it was going on his campaign, not by him. So, and this is the whole premise of your book. The illicit scheme to clear Hillary Clinton of crimes we know she committed and frame Donald Trump. Your headline, an FBI that is corrupt and dishonest, latest reports offer only more proof. Worse than we thought, as Mark Penn says.
This is an all-powerful out-of-control agency, rogue agency. And frankly, it's time that it be halted in its tracks, reorganized, and replaced with a new organization that has legal restraints imposed upon it and accountable to somebody when the boss of the FBI, Rod Rosenstein, is in bed with his subordinates, inventing a counterintelligence case against the president with no probable cause, no reasonable suspicion, no credible evidence. It is time that the FBI be halted.
These are all crimes. Let's talk about the legal side. This is abuse of power. There's a federal statute.
Oh, it is. Abuse of power is what we call it, but it's formally called deprivation of rights under color of law. You're not allowed to use your position in law enforcement to launch an investigation without a legal basis. You're abusing that individual, the president's rights. Not only that, it's obstruction of justice, misuse of the legal process. So I'm hopeful that William Barr, once confirmed as Attorney General, will turn over all of this information to federal prosecutors, if appropriate, a federal grand jury, to hold these people accountable, like James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, the whole gang.
Accountable means crimes?
Oh, absolutely. If appropriate, presented to a grand jury. Let a grand jury decide if these people abused their position of power and broke the law in the process.
You know, Mark, I thought you said it so well in your column today, and your headline was FBI Trump-Russia investigation shows the deep state was worse than we thought. And it's interesting because you were the Clintons' pollster, and all the evidence about a phony Russian dossier that was paid for, Espionage Act. I don't think, Mark, if you had subpoenaed emails, would you erase them? Would you acid wash your hard drive? Would you break up your devices? I don't think you would you?
Well, look, I fought Ken Starr, who was on earlier tonight.
Yeah, you're ducking my question.
For a year.
If your emails were subpoenaed, would you